Preparing for an election is always dynamic. We take many things into consideration. And if you look at the overall picture, I will be in the west in Marsiling UT. Senior Minister Lee is in the center in Ang Mo Kio. And DPM Gan will be in Punggol in the east. That's a better distribution of our senior leadership for the campaign. My appeal to Singaporeans is this: help me and my PAP team do our best for you. Earlier today, two senior members of my cabinet shared that they are stepping down, Teo Chee Hean and Heng Swee Keat. Both are remarkable individuals, giants in public service with a lifetime of contributions to Singapore and Singaporeans. I've done a short social media post to thank them, but really it's not sufficient to cover all the many things they have done for our country. It's a busy time now, but later on we will find a proper occasion to appreciate and pay tribute to them. With the two retirements I mentioned just now of Teo Chee Hean and Heng Swee Keat, I had to make some adjustments to my deployment. In particular, Punggol is a new GRC, and it has been anchored by Senior Minister Teo for many years. In fact, he doesn't just anchor the GRC in Punggol or in Pasir Ris Punggol earlier, but the surrounding areas, Sengkang and the surrounding areas of Pasir Ris Punggol. And it's really not easy to to have a senior office holder of a similar stature to take over from him. And that's why I considered it very carefully and eventually decided to deploy DPM Gan Kim Yong there. Then, when DPM moves to Punggol, I have a gap in Choa Chu Kang, and Tan See Leng can move from Marine Parade to Choa Chu Kang, and Marine Parade will still have Speaker Seah Kian Peng to anchor the GRC. And if you look at the overall picture, I will be in the west in Marsiling UT. Senior Minister Lee is in the center in Ang Mo Kio, and DPM Gan will be in Punggol in the east. That's a better distribution of our senior leadership for the campaign. And if we are elected, that's also a better spread of leadership to make sure that we can cover the whole of Singapore and make sure that we do our best to serve all residents.
On Marine Parade, why did you leave Marine Parade without an anchor minister? Was it because, or rather, did you expect that WP wouldn't contest Marine Parade? Thank you.
Preparing for an election is always dynamic. We take many things into consideration. As we tell our candidates, nothing is fixed until nomination day. So this is not new. We've decided on changes on nomination day before. On Marine Parade itself, this morning, our own people were telling us that there wasn't presence of WP in the nomination center. We heard it, but we would never been able to confirm whether or not there would be a contest. So we were surprised that the WP had decided not to contest Marine Parade. But even if it had been contested, I have confidence that Seah Kian Peng as Speaker would be able to anchor the Marine Parade team and hold their own in Marine Parade.
With DPM Heng stepping down, have you any substitute in mind for the future? How is your possible future cabinet looking up, especially in past weeks as well? Several of the GRCs, we've had ministers highlight new faces with potential POH potential. So is that looking to, your cabinet, is that looking to be in shape for the future, assuming all of these people get elected?
Well, as I've said before, leadership renewal has always been my priority. With senior ministers or the more senior office holders, whether it's Eng Hen, Chee Hean, or Swee Keat. In fact, they could have continued. If we don't make a conscious effort of it, and we just take the easier approach. Let's just continue. It's okay. Let's just continue. In fact, year by year, election after election, we'll be storing up bigger problems for Singapore. So I had long recognized this issue, and that's why it was always a priority for me to work extra hard this time around to bring in fresh new faces, to strengthen the team. And as I've said before, amongst them, there will be a few who have the potential for office, taking on political office. I will perhaps elaborate on who they are later in the campaign. I think you already know, or you already speculate. But at this stage, I think it's too premature. Because we are in an election, I won't know if they are elected or not. But I hope Singaporeans recognize that I am trying my best to build a strong team for you. It's not just for the PAP. It's a strong team for Singaporeans, to work with Singaporeans and to take us forward into the future. And these candidates, many of them, the potential office holders you will see, are fielded all over Singapore, including areas that some of you speculate will be hotly contested. So we are putting them forward, and we hope Singaporeans will see their potential too, and will help me elect them into Parliament. And from the people who are elected, I will be able to assemble a strong team to serve Singaporeans, including people who can form the core of the next generation leadership.
Singaporeans tend to believe that the PAP will be able to form the government to tackle the current turbulent world, but sending a few more opposition into Parliament will not affect that. So what will you say to that?
I think there is a role for a constructive and responsible opposition in our system of democracy. And the reality is the opposition is here to stay. Their numbers have increased over the years. They are here to stay. But at the end of the day, in an election, Singaporeans must decide who they want to serve them as their elected government. That's what elections are about. And my appeal to Singaporeans is vote for the best candidate. If you think our people, if you think the individual that the PAP is fielding is not good enough, so be it. We will make the best case we can, but Singaporeans have to decide. And I hope Singaporeans, as I said just now, consider the stakes, consider what this election means, not just in terms of tactical voting, but what this election means fundamentally for your families, for your children, for the future of our country, and then choose who you believe are the right individuals that you want to represent you in your constituency and in Parliament in our country. And they ought to be individuals who are capable, people with integrity, people of good character. And may Singaporeans choose the best candidates amongst the slate of candidates that we are presenting. The opposition says, don't fear, this is overreaction, the PAP is overdoing it. But I think if you truly examine the facts and ask yourself, is the world changing? Is something different? The answer is yes. So much is at risk. And more than ever, who Singaporeans select to be their elected government in this changed world is critical. Under these circumstances, I ask Singaporeans to equip yourselves with the best team to take our nation forward. In the past, people would say in challenging times, in difficult times, Singaporeans would tend towards voting for the PAP. I don't take that for granted at all. Certainly, when we went through the last election amidst COVID, this did not happen. So I fully expect this election to be a tough contest. The opposition is better organized than before, and aside from the one walkover, every area will be fiercely contested. And my team and I will work very hard to make our case to Singaporeans and to win every vote. And so our message to Singaporeans in this election is a changed world, a fresh team with new resolve. In the end, as in every election, Singaporeans must decide. My appeal to Singaporeans is this: help me and my PAP team do our best for you. We will go all out to secure a brighter future for you.